Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this BMW 5 Series, and as you can see it has some badly faded headlights. I will share a special secret with you, and that is how to properly restore your headlights at home and make them look brand new again. So here we have the products you will need in order to restore your headlights. First of all, we have 4 types of sandpaper, which is 400, 600, 1200 and 2000. You will need one of these microfiber pads or simply a microfiber towel. Very important also is the tape, to tape around the area you want to actually sand. We have some polish, then Carnauba wax. The polish can be any type of polish, it doesn't matter if metallic or whatever you can find, it will work just fine. Then we have this snoozle bottle which sprays a bit at a time. This is actually better, so if you have anything to spray with it will work better. In the video I have actually used this bottle here because I didn't have that at the time. This works just fine in the same way. And also some gloves, because you want to protect your hands from the sandpaper. And that's all. This is pretty much what you need in order to restore your headlights. So let's proceed with the video, guys. We start with preparing the car properly. And that means covering every little edge of the headlight with the masking tape. You don't want any uncovered corners which will scratch your paint eventually. So be very careful, take your time when you do this, there's no rush, and do it properly. The soapy water, you just need a dash of soap and the rest will be water. And that will help a lot to make the surface more slippery, for the sandpaper to act as it should and do the job properly. Obviously we will start with the 400 grit sandpaper, which is the roughest one. And you have to start and use a circular motion, or go from a corner to another one, a corner to another one. You need to take your time on this and try to cover every little edge, every little spot, and actually you can feel the surface. If you touch it with your hand, you're able to feel the surfaces where you have passed the sandpaper or you have not passed the sandpaper. This can take a while, yeah, depends. Once we have finished with the 400 grit, and that you make sure you have passed the sandpaper in every little corner, every little spot of the headlight. Next up we will use the 600 grit, and we will do exactly the same thing. Using a lot of soapy water, try to pass it everywhere, using a vertical motion and a rotational motion, and try to take your time to do a good job. Because if you don't pass the sandpaper properly and take your time when you're doing this, the scratches will actually show at the end product, and you don't want that. You want to have some lovely headlights when you're finished doing this and be super proud about what you have done. Next up we will use the 1200 grit and do exactly the same thing what you have done so far. So take your time, use a lot of that soapy water, make sure the surface is very slippery, and try to cover every little corner, every little spot on that headlight. Make sure you've done the best you can do, and take your time when you do this. You'll already notice after you pass the 1200 sandpaper that the area is slightly smoother already. So if you pass your hand on the headlight, you will actually feel it smoother. So if you do that, that means you're doing a good job and everything is fine so far. And now finally we have reached the 2000 grit. Now, very important, try to clean a bit the area of the headlights with the soapy water and try to wash down a bit all the remaining bits of the plastic and all those imperfections that are now on your headlight before you actually pass the 2000. Just try to use a rotational motion and try to cover every little spot, removing all the previous scratches with this finer sandpaper, which is a 2000. And now finally that we have finished applying the 2000 grit, we will have to wash the surface and remove all the masking tape from around the headlight and make sure you rinse it with clean water. Yeah, you want to make sure there's no soapy water and any soap left on that surface. So make sure you give it a good clean, rinse it with clean water and let it dry. To follow, we take this microfiber pad, or if you don't have it, a microfiber towel will do the job just fine. We just apply some drops of polish on it and we start rubbing the product into the headlight. So this will be the game changer for you, because as you can see now, the clarity of the headlight is not at its best. You know, you can see it's kind of faded. But that's because of the micro scratches from the 2000 grit. So what the polish will do will actually remove those scratches and make the surface super smooth. Yeah, so like this, the light just comes through it clean and will be very transparent, will look very nice. And that's why you want to make sure that you rub in that polish properly. Take your time again. Once you have polished it, just buff it out. You can buff it out with a different microfiber cloth, which is a clean one. Like this, the shine will come out, yeah? So once you buff it out, you will actually see the results. And then you can apply the wax. The wax is very simple to apply as well. You just apply it and let it dry for 1 or 2 minutes. And again, buff out the wax from the headlight. What the wax will do will actually protect the polish. Yeah, so it's very useful as well to have both. The wax is not actually essential, but if you have it, use it. If you don't have it, just leave it, just polish it and that's it. Finished, guys, and I'm super excited to share this with you. I mean, the result is unbelievable what you can do in 1 hour of your time. Look at it, look at the transparency of it, the clarity, the reflection. It's just unbelievable, guys. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I will be super happy to advise you further. In the meantime, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for watching, guys. See you soon.